Hey guys, welcome back to another little video, something a bit different today. We have a pretty big modification coming to the back of the Prado. You would have seen, if you've watched a few videos of ours, we've actually run through all of this in a previous video. So I'm not doing that today, I'm not running through this all. But essentially what happened is I've got a Waco in here. So it is a 50-litre Waco that I've had for about 7 years. So it's had a really good life, but she's coming to the end of her life, so we're finding that after a few trips, it's actually starting to freeze a lot of our food, which is pretty disappointing. And that's even running the temps really high. So I'm actually running it at about 7 or 8 degrees. And it's still freezing some of our food. So we're realizing that probably the compressor or something's probably on the way out, and it's time for an upgrade. So really the sort of thing that we wanted to do at the end of the day was actually put an upright fridge into the back of the car. And we found an Austrail unit, which I'll show you in the next part of this video. We found an Austrail 80-litre fridge for $5.99, so we thought it was a banging deal. And it all kind of rested on a few things. My brother's actually done this before, so he's done all this. This is all offcuts from his work sites. He's a chippy by trade. So essentially it meant that I had to get on the phone with him first and ask if he'd help me again, because this is not my forte. I don't know how to do any of this, nor do I even have one woodworking tool in my shed. I have a drill. So we said what we'd do is, if Mitch could do it, we'd buy the fridge. So my brother, thanks Mitch, he actually okayed the build, and we went and bought the Austrail fridge. So that's going to be all going in there. So the whole rear end here is actually going to change, and we're actually doing it properly this time. So I've got a 120 amp lithium battery that's been sitting in the shed here. We're actually going to be putting 120 amps of lithium into here as well. It's going to have the upright fridge, and we're actually going to have a couple of new drawers. So the whole configuration's changing. So that's going to be part 2 of the video. Once I rock up to my brother's house, I'm actually going to walk you guys through the build and what we're going to be doing in the back of the car. But yeah, all of this is going, and this has really served us well. This has done all of our trips, 2 trips to Karangini, all those corrugations. It's done you know, right through the Ningaloo area. It's done over Great Central Road. It's done over to Uluru. It really had, but you can see it's on its way out. So we're very, very happy to be redoing all of this right before the trip. But I will say a couple of things. I think if it wasn't sales time, I don't know that we would be doing it. We nabbed the fridge at a great price, so that's number 1. Number 2, I probably wouldn't have been replacing all of this if the fridge was good. If the fridge was good, we'd probably just keep it as it is for now, because it actually hasn't broken yet. Nothing's actually breaking, but it is, you know, it is wearing down on itself. So anyway, lots of new storage to come. Yeah, I'll walk you through the mod with my brother when we get to part 2 of this video. So, cheers. Guys, we are in the process right now of removing the back of the box. So, got my brother here, got Timus, all right, and we're going to be taking the box out, and then we're going to start measuring up and drawing up for the new box for the new fridge. So we'll keep you updated on our process as we go. Right, so it's been a long time since we've seen the back of the actual car. So yeah, we've just done some measurements up. Got a bit of a basic game plan. We've got a pretty good little mud map of how we want it to all fit. So yeah, me and Mitch are going to head down to Bunnings in a tick, grab some ply and some carpet, and yeah, we're just going to get stuck into it. So we're actually running 18mm ply on the top and the bottom, just to give it a bit more structural integrity over time. I don't want to do this again. We're actually going to do 12mm on the sides, and that way we'll just save a little bit of weight, because 18's pretty thick, but it's going to hold up. And we've got some nice black carpet to lay over the top, so that should be really, really good. Yeah, and essentially we're just going to try and set it into the floor without going too far into the floor. So probably use those bolts at the back of the cage, and should sit nice and flush in there and not move around at all. So far it's taken shape. Okay, a couple little updates. Here is the bottom floor. So it's starting to come in really nicely. We've actually left these, you can actually remove these little blocks just there, and they're going to be some metal straps down in there to strap the floor down so it won't move. It's actually been notched in at the back as well. So it's actually, right now you can see I'm giving that a good go, and that's not moving around at all. So this is actually the fridge down here. So this is the Austrail 80 litre. Couple of things that we're considering at the moment is just these little lips as you pull the door open. Just these little lips here, making sure we're like leaving enough space for those small lips when you open up the door. But yeah, so far we've come up with a couple of good ideas. Should sit in there really nice and flush. Just got to leave enough room along the back of the fridge. All of the, as you can see down here, all of the ventilation is pretty much to the back. So we're going to leave a little bit of ventilation off the side, but the back's going to be open, and it'll ventilate really nicely. So yeah, so far she's looking good.
So that's the height. Shelf's going to go across. This one I'm going to have to make up out of 2 pieces, but it's okay because it'll have a little piece on the back of it here to allow for the little shelf.
Little shelf, yeah.
Yep, which will go over the top anyway.
Yeah, sweet.
Which is fine. I'll just double it up, and then you can still have that space in here. Now you want this removable, don't you?
Yeah.
The wing.
Yeah, lift it up like a little wing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have put some piano hinges. I could have made like a little piano hinge that would just flap over.
But that you can just lift off.
It can lift off. I'll just put a little finger hole in it or something.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually doesn't even need it because you can grab it from here.
Just grab the lip and just chuck it up. Yeah. It's time to cut the top. Mitch has put a nice little plan together. Sometimes we do this sort of stuff and things just don't go to plan. So, but we've come up with a nice little couple of ideas to work around a couple of small little problems. And one of the things is working in the back of the Prado as well, as Mitch has pointed out, is that there's so many small angles and stuff because of these angled cages. You know, these dipped sides. You got the wheel housings and stuff as well. So yeah, there's quite a bit to sort of work around. But yeah, we are working around it at the moment. Mitch has got it all sorted. There's the base. We got sides down in there. Mitch is cutting the top, and then we are at a slap together stage after that, and she's getting warm. She is warm out here. The structural box now is done, so you can see here we've got 2 drawers, 1, 2, so one top one's going to be like a pantry drawer, bottom one's going to be like a utility type drawer. Fridge is going into here. Mitch has actually made a nice little section at the back there, so that basically this piece will come on top. Wonderful, create like a nice big area to like lay out. We could put chairs at the back, we put long things at the back. That's going to be able to come on and off with a couple of screws, take a couple of screws out, and then that way this box itself, the whole thing could slide out of the car if we ever wanted to do any additions. And the other thing as well is we can take that back piece off. We'll take this portion off, and we can get down in the back of it to attend to the 12 volt system. So yeah, quite nice, and yeah, definitely plans changed a few times getting it ready, but she's coming together now. Looking really nice. We've actually got our back panel, we've just carpeted that back panel, and Mitch is now working on one of the side wings. Also changed it again, like as we've done last 10 times today. This wing here, we're actually going to build a wing into this, but we're thinking we might leave it open for now because I've got some soft floors. I've got some wings for the awning here that I can actually put down inside there. It might be a really good space for them. But Mitch is actually just on his way as well to doing that side wing where we're going to have an electronics panel through here, and then we're going to build the 2 drawers in, slide the fridge in, and then we've got to get to doing a bit of carpeting and a few other bits and bobs. Okie dokie guys, so it has been a little while since Mitchell helped me build the back of the car out again. So everything really centered around the Oz Trail fridge. So we've had the Oz Trail fridge running for I guess since late December, early January, and it's gone quite well. We can fit heaps in it for a trip. So we're glad that we did go with an upright fridge. I think with the finances we had at the time, we made a good choice. But I think again, when we do another build, I think we'll go Bushman. The Oz Trail's been really good, but I think the quality of the Bushman will outlast it. So the drawer system has worked out really well. We've had a couple of different configurations of how things fit in there. So I guess I should probably talk about it before we go into the drawers. We didn't know what we'd do about water. So we've just gone with the gravity-fed 10-litre jerry, and it does work really, really well. We just fill it up with some 5-litre jerrys that we tuck in the back of the car, and it's non-invasive and it works great. So we're happy enough with how we've done water. It's been really, really good, and it's easy to access it. It's just on some Velcro tabs, so it doesn't move. If there's nothing else in the back of the car there, it doesn't move, so all good. So yeah, so basically we pull that cable out of the way, the top drawer comes out, and we've just gone with like the Aldi canvas bags and just put, you know, kitchen gear in there, coffee gear in there. The first 2 bags are things we use a lot, and the one that's tucked right at the back are things that we don't use a lot. So we're pretty happy with it, but I still think sometimes it'd be nice to have some sort of organizer in there so that we don't have to use the bags. But again, we're happy enough at the moment where that's at. So that's the top drawer. The other thing as well is we've organized the top drawer, and this is for anybody building like Prado stuff. If we drop the K-on table down, you've got these lines that hold the table up, and we've built the drawer so it comes out, and you can leave that open while you've got the table down. You can open and close it as well while the table's down. So they're really, really good. So pull that back out like that, and I'm just going to shove this up because I'm going to open it one more time. So the bottom drawer has gone through a couple of different configurations. We've got a nice, big, long, deep drawer. Tools and camping gear towards the back, mainly because usually the first thing we do when we pull up to camp, we'll pull this out. And there's you know, some pegs and mallets and stuff like that, things that we get out. So that's all really, really good. So we don't need to get to the back of the drawer much when we're finally at camp. It's nice and deep, so there's got a lot of storage options there. Now, if you push it all the way back in, something that we've done is, again, everything revolves around what we can use when the K-on table's out. But if we pull it out, it goes to there, and what we've been able to do is have a little pantry kit in there, which is awesome. So that's got dry food. You know, you can pull the other top drawer in and out. You can work here with all your food and stuff, and it works out really, really good. So pretty happy with the little pantry system. So that works well. When we were doing the build, we were going to talk about putting wings in, but I'm glad we didn't put the wings in, because I put all of our tools like axes and shovels and everything, I put them down here, and also like the walls for the awning and stuff all fit down there just perfect. So I'm actually really happy that we didn't end up building wings onto it. And then on this side, there was this whole idea of leaving enough room at the back of the drawers for a lithium system. I had a really big battery, and also we were going to put shunts in here, and we're going to have plugs in here, all this sort of stuff. That's going to stay on the back burner probably permanently at this point in time, because the Prado is actually sitting at 467,000 kilometers, and we'd like to take it to 500,000. So we'd like to take it to 500,000, and then you'll have to stay tuned, because we might have some ideas after we get to 500k what's going to happen to the Prado. So we're actually, where it is now is probably where it's going to stay for the rest of the lifetime of the vehicle at this point in time. I don't need any extra electronics, so we've left quite a bit of room at the back of the box for the bottom of the Austrail fridge is where the compressor is, so you got a lot of heat back there, so we left that clear. That's initially where the batteries and stuff were going to sit, but we've left it nice and clear. And there's loads of room at the back of the fridge and loads of room down the side here, so we put, like, you know, like the awning tag goes in there. We've got, you know, speakers and other bits and pieces. If you pull these tabs off, these little wooden tabs, you've got a big area down there that we can put extra electronics and cables and things like that. So for long trips, we've got loads of storage, and for the shorter trips, we've got, you know, everything really accessible. Solar panel fits up there really nicely. And in fact, if we're doing any charging of electronics, that's like a little table inside there that you can set all of your drones and stuff on and charge. So overall, we're really happy with how it's been built. It's really strong. We've had it on a whole bunch of trips, and we've had absolutely no issues with it. The drawers lock in beautifully. The carpet's staying on. If the carpet comes off, it's my fault anyway, because I did all the carpeting. Mitch built everything and I carpeted, because I can't build a damn thing to save my life. So really, really good. I guess the final addition was the Explore Life canvas sort of upright fridge organizer. This thing is awesome. This is so good. We've got all our cups, head torches, lighters, all that sort of stuff. You know, a little bit of hand sanitizers, sunscreens. There's some knives in there. There's like just everything that we kind of go bitsy and always going back to while we're camping. It's all in there. So, and this just tacks onto the front of your upright fridge with some heavy duty Velcro, and yeah, it's been through 40, what was it in Exmouth? It was like 43, 44 degrees. Like, we had a 43 degree day. That's stuck on there totally fine. It hasn't come off. It's been bounced around full driving and off-road. It hasn't come off. It's been full as well. So it's been full the whole time, and it hasn't moved an inch. So yeah, we're really impressed with that. That's actually a really good unit. That's pretty much the go of it, guys. It's really simple. It suits our way of camping, and I think that's probably the one thing that I'll suggest when you go and build out the back of your car, is you think, how do you camp? Like, I know there's a lot of places you can go and get ready-made systems and things like that, but do they suit what you do when you camp? I don't know. So I love the fact that this has been built to our specifications, and it's exactly how we like to camp. So over the back of the car, throw the table down, and you're off and racing. So anyway, thanks heaps to my brother Mitch for the build, And yeah, we will keep you guys updated if we tend to change anything. But I think this is probably how it's going to look until the Prado hits 500k. So that'll be exciting. We'll catch you guys then. Thanks for watching.